Okay, so this is before Mass. Before Mass, you should have gone to the bathroom and washed your hands. There's a prayer in the bathroom for you to say as you're washing your hands. And then pretend I'm still in street clothes. I take my clothes. If I have like a collared shirt or something, I'll take that off. I'm trying to have black pants, black shoes underneath. Try and not have a collared shirt or have a dark one if you do. You'll take a cassock, which is the black one. Find one that fits you. As you put it on, you say this prayer. And then when it comes to the surplice, that's the white one, you'll come over here and you'll put your right arm through and then your head, and then you can start saying the prayer, then your left arm through as you finish the prayer, and then you say this last prayer over here. And we're putting it on in that order so that way we don't stretch out the fabric by putting both arms through at once. So right, head, left, and then the prayers. Okay, if you are the MC, you should be making sure that you have enough servers. So you need MC, and then you need a thurifer, you need a crucifix, and you need 2 acolytes. So you gotta make sure that you have 5 people total, including yourself, who know what they're doing. If you're the thurifer, then you should go up and make sure that you have the thurible and fire and coals and incense all ready. If you are the acolytes, then you just need to make sure that you know where the candles are. In the future, the candles will be down here. Currently, they're upstairs. Okay, so it's before Mass. I've said some prayers. Now I'm ready to go. We walk upstairs, and if I was the MC, then I would have checked the Roman Missal, and I would have made sure that it was turned to the proper pages, and I was familiar with the tabs for the day. The white tab is always going to be, for example, the collect, the prayers over the offerings. The yellow tab is going to be about the Eucharist. The red tab is sometimes used and sometimes not for the preface. Sometimes it's on the white tab, so MC needs to be responsible for that. And everything else should be taken care of.
Thurifer lights candles.
Thurifer should be lighting the candles if the sacristan hasn't already done that after the conclusion of the rosary. Once the rosary is finished by the congregation, we will walk in. So we have the thurifer with his thurible. Anytime he's holding the thurible, he's holding it at the very top and letting it extend all the way to the ground. Don't bunch it up. He's got the boat in his left hand. We have the crucifer with the cross. He's holding it with his right hand over top, left hand underneath, and not touching the ground. Also not lifted up super high. We have the acolytes, the mini acolytes, AC1 and AC2, with their candles. They should have gotten those and had them lit. Okay, so now we have some prayers on the wall that we can say very quietly as we wait for Father to get done with confessions. We wait for Father to get done with preparing for Mass, etc. He might be praying. He'll come over and then he'll say a prayer with us, and then he'll ring this bell. At that point, we'll be in line. It'll be thurifer holding the thurible in his right hand, extended all the way to the ground, with the boat in his left hand. It'll be the crucifer with the cross in his right hand and his left hand underneath it. And then AC1 to the left and slightly behind, very slightly behind, and then AC2 to the right and very slightly behind, both holding their candles. And then it would be anyone who's in choir. The people who are in choir, their job is literally to just sit, stand, kneel, and watch. The first person in choir will sit on the far side of the credence table, next to AC1, AC2, and then choir. And then anyone else in choir would sit on the right, and then we'd get more seats if needed. And then after that, you'd have a lector. And then after that, you'd have a deacon, if there was one. And then you'd have a priest. And then you'd have MC, who's touching the garments of the priest, holding between his middle and index finger as he walks behind and to the right of the priest. General rules during the Holy Mass: everybody will be walking either with their hands folded like this, pointing to heaven, not pointing to the ground, pointing to heaven. They will stand with their feet together like this. Don't be just standing like this. Don't be crossed over. Try and be reverent and pious with your feet like this, hands like this. Always walk slow and controlled. Anytime the name of Jesus is said, you can bow your head. Anytime the name of Mary, anytime the Pope, anytime the Bishop is said, you can give a little head bow. Anytime you're going to be giving something to somebody or taking it from someone, you can give them a little head bow. Try and wear black.
Always turn to the
state of
right.
grace. I think that's pretty much it. Anytime we're leaving, everybody turns to the right. So you're like this. Turn to the right as you walk out. MC is the exception. He'll genuflect with Father and turn this way. Let Father go first, and then walk behind him. So this is the procession. We'll pretend I'm the thurifer. I have the thurible in my right hand, extended all the way to the ground. I have the boat in my left. As I approach the altar, I will pause right here. I'll give a good head bow, and then I will take my place right here. That's thurifer. Okay, so thurifer is standing there. Crucifix would have come up, giving us a head bow, not bowing his whole body, just a head bow. And then he would be first. After the third, he would come and put his crucifix away. Acolytes would have been walking slightly behind, and on either side of the crucifix, they would come up with him, all bow their heads together, let him go first, and then they would come over here and place their candles in the holders. Okay? If you were in choir, you didn't have anything in your hand, so you would have genuflected. After, it would have been thurifer, and then cross and candles, and then you would approach, you would genuflect, and then you would come to your place. The first person in choir will sit right here, furthest away. So this is going to be AC1. AC1 should have been on the left. AC1 is Mary's side. AC1 is responsible for everything liquid. So AC1 is going to be bringing the water and the wine. AC1 during the lavabo is going to be with the bowl and the water. AC1 is everything liquid. AC1 is responsible for the burse. AC1 is responsible for making sure that after the second reading, for example, that the lector has placed the book over here and hasn't left it on the ambo. AC1 is the head of this group over here and should make sure that things function smoothly. AC1 is everything liquid, so they receive liquid from the people. They're giving liquid to the priest. Anytime they're giving liquids, it's from the right, wine first, and then if I were to give it to Father, okay, he's received it. Yeah, you could give it to Father. Then I place the wine in Father's hand from my right. Then I place the water in my own right hand. Then when he's ready to give it back, I receive in my left, give him from the right, and then I put the wine back in my right. That way when he's done with the water, I can receive it in my left. So AC1 is everything liquid. AC2 is everything solid. So AC2 during the lavabo will have the towel. They'll hold it in their hands like this, and they will walk over. So as AC1 is pouring the water over Father's fingers, AC2 is standing next to him, and he's got his hands like this, gives the towel to Father just like this, receives it just like this. AC2 is responsible for everything solid, like we said. So the bread, they're going to receive bread from the people. They're going to have, they're going to receive the ciborium. They're going to give the ciborium to Father. They're responsible for the ciborium. They're responsible for the chalice veil as well. So that's the acolytes. You have AC1, AC2, and then someone in choir. The thurible, so the thurifer, after they came up here with the thurible in their right hand and the boat in their left, they would have done the incensing. They would have given the boat to the MC. They would have opened the thurible. They would have gotten incense put in, given that to the priest, gotten the boat back, taken the boat back over here. MC and priest would have walked around the altar, and then at the conclusion of them coming around, they would come back, and the priest would give the thurible to the MC and then to the thurifer. Thurifer places over here, and then this is his spot during Mass. He will stay here, and then he'll do that again during the incense at the offertory. So his spot is over there. Crucifix, after he had walked out, he would be walking over here and place his crucifix in the stand. And this is his spot right here. He can sit right here and he can kneel right here. He's the bell ringer as well. MC spot is right here. If there's no deacon, if there is a deacon, then there's another chair that is placed here, and that's the MC spot. Good. Choir. So if you were the other person in choir, then you could sit here. And if we had more people in choir, then we would get more seating, and you would be sitting over in this area. That's the place for choir.